NATO, the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, is coming to the heart of war-making, Washington, D.C., to celebrate its 70th birthday. Instead of celebrating NATO's anniversary, we're organizing a peace fest this April 3rd to unwelcome the arrival of the largest military alliance in the world. The mainstream media is painting a false picture that NATO is a peaceful organization, but we know that it has repeatedly violated international law and bombed Bosnia and Herzegovina, Kosovo, Serbia, Afghanistan, Pakistan, and Libya. Under the guise of a humanitarian intervention, NATO deliberately targeted civilians in the former Yugoslavia. Decades later, the region is still reeling from billions of dollars in damage and an outbreak of cancer from the tons of uranium bombs NATO dropped on the country in the 1990s. NATO now accounts for 3/4 of all military spending and weapons dealing across the globe. Say no to NATO at the Peace Fest this April 3rd in D.C. Munch on vegan food and boogie down to live music with Ryan Harvey, Eric Colville, Megacyphe, and more. Featuring comedian activist Lee Camp, Brittany DeBarros of the Poor People's Campaign, Serbian-British artist and war survivor Anna Marie Gower, Carlene Griffith-Siku of Black Lives Matter, former U.S. Marine officer Matthew Ho, and more. The fest will include screen printing workshops by the Sanctuaries D.C. and nonviolence activist training with Beautiful Trouble in preparation for demonstrations the next day, April 4th, outside NATO's meeting. War is the leading contributor to the refugee and climate crises, the basis for the militarization of the police, and a catalyst for racism and bigotry. Instead of celebrating NATO's 70th anniversary this April 3rd, we're calling for the abolition of NATO and the redirection of resources to human and environmental needs, and the demilitarization of our cultures. Join us April 3rd and 4th in D.C. for Peace Fest and NATO demonstrations. Visit NoToNato.org to register. We are World Beyond War.